OK, so Adam's there talking about challenging the big boys. Manchester United judged themselves by winning the Premier League. Moyes didn't do it, Van Gaal didn't do it, Jose didn't do it. What's going to be different this time around with that man in charge?
What's going to be different? There's more belief, I think, in Manchester United at the moment.
Is that enough?
No, he's gonna need significant funds to be able to bring in the right type of people, and the selection of players is going to be the big one, because Ed Woodward and the people at Manchester United gave Louis van Gaal, gave David Moyes, right, gave Jose Mourinho the funds to go out and buy players and invest in players, and if anything, not the wrong players, but they needed more. So it's his judgment. It's the people upstairs at United who are going to help him choose and identify the right type of players. I think that's what it is.
He's absolutely right, isn't he? The issue at Manchester United has not been a lack of backing a manager. It's been backing a manager in the right way, having a proper system. I mean, do we all agree that a director of football, someone to be making the big decisions about players coming and going, needs to be something that they think about at Manchester United?
Possibly at that club, yes, because of what happened to them, through the Ferguson years and whatever. It might be a club. I'm not really up for a director of, unless it's almost like unless the manager chooses who the director of football is. Then they can work hand in hand.
I think it's the title director of football that comes with its own problems, isn't it?
Yeah. Sporting director. I mean,
well, I don't know.
You need someone, don't you, apart from the manager and Ed Woodward, to be involved.
And they probably have got that. What do you think? You probably know more than I know. Liverpool have got a group of people who choose players because the manager can't be here, there, and everywhere, scouting across Europe. But he's not called a director of football
because it undermines the manager.
Recruitment. Yeah, I presume they've got people at Manchester United. I presume they've got people at Manchester City helping Pep. But as long as the manager has the final say, I think that's.
I think they need more football people making those decisions. You look at Manchester City, I think they have the balance brilliant in terms of their football people making those decisions. Pep does the coaching. They bring football people in to help with the recruitment. I think Manchester United, in terms of player recruitment, are behind, Liverpool and City. And I think if you want to bridge that gap, you can't afford to miss. Sanchez spent a ton of money. That hasn't really worked out. Bailly hasn't really worked out. You can't afford to have 4 or 5 misses. If you look at City, probably in the last 5 years, the only miss they've probably had is probably Mangala. I mean, there's still players there from 10 years ago, Kompany and David Silva. So I think recruitment is essential for Manchester United this summer.
What needs to be done to that squad to take them from challenging for the top 4 to challenging for the league?
In my opinion, it's easy, just better quality of player. That's all it is.
In one specific area?
They need a world-class centre-back.
I think they need a centre-back.
They've got problems with defensively, haven't they?
Yeah, I think centre-back would be their number one target as such. I think they've got enough firepower to score goals, and if Pogba keeps playing like he is, you've got a talisman that can open doors and create and score goals himself. So you perhaps under Mourinho you were thinking, well, you might need another midfield player like that. But he's there. He's now, all that's coming out of him. The French player that we've seen for France, when he plays for the national team, he's now doing that in a red shirt.
Yeah, they need somebody alongside like Kante, like they have at France. They need somebody in that mould to play next to Pogba.
I certainly don't think they need a lot. No, defensively, they need a bit. Ashley Young, I think, played right back today. Whether Dalot will come in the future, I don't know. He's still only young, so they need a little bit more experience, probably straight away if they're going to challenge it. In midfield, they always need strengthening, don't they? If the right players come available, but they've got a huge squad of talented players. It's just getting the best out of them.